I was surprised yesterday in the coverage on Mr. Bryant that nobody actually talked about how he played basketball. What was his distinction? He's got the ball, the other team scored, he's at the baseline, as in a guard. How did he bring the ball up court?
Yeah, I mean, he was a relentless competitor, and he was a gifted scorer, and a pretty darn good shooter as well. So he was someone, if you look at the numbers, he retired. He was the third highest scorer in NBA history. He passed Michael Jordan, one of his idols, and actually, 2 days ago, LeBron James actually passed him for third all time. But I think when people think about Kobe as a basketball player, there's no question that his relentless competitiveness and his work ethic stand out for sure.
The work ethic of a 17-year-old who had to live with his agent and couldn't sign his contract till he was 18. When was the great shift of maturity from a wonder child, literally, and then at one point it became a different Bryant? When did that occur?
Yeah, I mean, some people will tell you that, he was like that when he was very, very young. Byron Scott, who was a coach of his at the Lakers, remembers, when he was 17, 18, coming into the training facility, 2.5 hours before practice, and you can hear the ball bouncing, and Kobe's in the dark, and he's shooting free throws. So he had a lot of that drive when he was very young. But I think there was a shift in his game and his kind of maturity once Shaquille O'Neal left the Lakers. They won 3 titles together. A lot of people felt like, maybe these guys couldn't win these titles if they weren't, 2 of the best players ever playing together. And he won 2 more with a team that was, largely his. So I think that was certainly a shift in his career as well.
But Eben, what actually catapulted him to legend status? Was it his game, or was it also what he did off pitch?
To be honest, I think it's all of it. I mean, it's not just that he was a great basketball player. I think his work ethic, as we said, became a stuff of lore around sports, and there's no question that he inspired a lot of people. And then you also have to look at what he did off the field. We talk a lot about athletes and their investments or what they want to do in business. Kobe espoused all the things that athletes are striving for. He wasn't just investing in a few companies. He was a named partner in a VC firm. He wasn't just kind of appearing in media content. He owned his own studio, and he just won an Academy Award. He was at a bestseller on the New York Times book list. He had the money behind and the infrastructure behind a lot of the deals that basketball players and really all athletes are kind of striving for nowadays when their playing careers are over.